So the first one I want to talk about is jumping to make changes to a plan without doing any assessment. So going in and making a change to the behavior plan solely because a staff person or a family member or a teacher is upset or they're complaining.
And I've actually seen that happen. And one of the things that I find kind of interesting, a newer BC might actually call or text me and they'll apologize for bothering me. And they'll say, like this happened or that happened, and this is what I did. And they made a change to a plan without doing an assessment, just based on a parent or a teacher complaining. And that's not a problem that's unrecoverable from, and it's something I'm sure you and I have done that too. You get caught up in the moment, you're trying to help somebody out.
Yep.
But really what should happen then, once you notice that that's occurred, go back, get approval, make sure you're talking to all members of the team, make sure it isn't just a kind of one-off issue, that type of thing. But it certainly does happen. Second mistake that new BCs often make is not seeking advice or mentorship from more experienced colleagues, especially when faced with a challenging case. And for me, this is kind of interesting. And I had 4 or 5 other PhD level behavior analysts on a unit of 18 kids. And I was kind of the new PhD on the block, but I always felt that I could go to any of them and ask for input. Sometimes they would give me input, right? I mean, we have a very collegial team. And I think more often than not today, a lot of newer BCs, they might be on home cases where they might feel somewhat isolated. Even in schools, they might feel somewhat isolated. There is no bad question, right? There is no stupid question. And I would much rather have somebody reach out to me and ask for support or advice or whatever. And at some point, one of the things I've done is after, if they've done it 2 or 3 times, I'll be like, I think you got this, all right? And go ahead, give it a go this time. Loop me in if you need to, but I think you're good. And kind of set them free.
Yeah, I've always told students that it's just really important to maintain any relationships you have with supervisors, because if you do end up in a situation where you're working more independently, you've got someone that you can call. You shouldn't ever be expected to make decisions independently if you're not comfortable.
Absolutely.